In April 2008, Ben 10 Alien Force premiered as a sequel to the Ben 10 original series, taking place 5 years after the original, with over multiple games and many awards. This show has definitely been good. Hello, I'm Mr. Yusucker, and today I am going to be giving my review on Ben 10 Alien Force, so welcome to my Ben 10 Alien Force Retrospective. This show started off with Ben not using the omnitrix and living a normal life, but is forced to use the omnitrix when Grandpa Max goes missing. The arc of D and Aliens expanded into 2 seasons. The season 1 finale debuted the most powerful alien of Ben, Alien X, which was a good episode overall. The villains in the first 2 seasons are new and are not shown in the previous Ben 10 original series. And did I mention that Kevin, former enemy of Ben, has joined Ben and Gwen and formed a trio? Well, perhaps I did not, but there you go, I told ya. We got 10 new aliens which were all pretty good. I will discuss more about the arcs further in the video. For the first time in the show, we got introduced to the dog theme and a little more maturity in the show, which I love the most about the series. The first 2 seasons followed the same dog theme and earned a good reputation for the show, and me as a kid loved these 2 seasons more than the original. I don't know, but yes, I did. And don't get me wrong, guys, as a kid I did not enjoy Ben 10 original as much as I enjoyed the first 2 seasons of Ben 10 Alien Force. Now let's talk about the main 3 characters of the show. Ben has grown up and is now 15 years old, a little mature by now, and has even gotten a better voice and taken out by Yubilo Ansel. Tara Strong's voice was also good. Gwen is also 15 years old and has also grown to be mature and has a friendly relationship with Ben. Her voice is dubbed by Ashley Johnson. It is later revealed in the show that Gwen is an Anodite and has gotten her powers from her grandmother, which is a discussion of its own. Kevin Levin is also grown up now and has freed himself from the null void and can now absorb her matter, so he does not grow power hungry and irresistible. He was initially against Ben and Gwen but soon joins the team and promises to help Ben and Gwen against the DNA aliens. His voice is dubbed by Greg Sipes. Kevin is often found fighting Ben childishly. With all those good comments about Ben 10 Alien Force, we move on to Season 3. Season 3 was really bad in my opinion. Firstly, they messed up with Ben's attitude from mature to brash immaturity. Ben's character became more annoying, and this was ideally done to increase the rating for the show, but sadly had a negative effects on the ratings. The first 2 episodes aired a big battle with Wilgax, and the next 2 were about saving some psychopath from an underground explosion, and then about aliens who eat popcorn to poop gold. What the hell is going on? What in the actual world is going around here? Some episodes were also well handled, like the episode about time heals and the final battle part 2. Overall, this season is a meh because of too many boos, guys. I mean, this season is probably good, but just too many boos in the season, as you might have seen it in my previous video about every Ben 10 Alien Force episode reviewed in 10 words or less. If you have not seen it, please go and check that out. And let's move on to the next part of my video, which is about the arcs. With that being said, let's move on to the arcs. This series is basically divided into 2 parts, the D and Alien arc, which expanded into 2 seasons of about 26 episodes in total, and the Wilgax arc, which expanded into 20 episodes of season 3. To be very honest, the arc of Wilgax was better than the D and Alien arc, which defies my opinion on season 3, as I mentioned it earlier. But as I said, the arc of Wilgax was good, but the sub-episodes in the arc that should develop the story into a proper arc was lazily handled and of really no use. But still, I credit the developers of Ben 10 for doing such a good job and developing such high quality Ben 10 content when we were young. and let's move on to comedy and some funny scenes.
What do you say, Vilky? Round 2?
And comedy and funny scenes were thorough. Kevin's humor throughout the series was amazing. He acted goofy sometimes, but was funny mostly. Even Ben's humor with Wilgax was good, and especially in the final episode of season 3 when he says, "What do you say, Wilgie? Round 2?" Always cracks me up, guys. Always cracks me up. The comedy was thorough and really good. I really enjoyed this show as a kid. Overall, this show is an 8.2 out of 10 for me, going 0.9 points more than IMBD. The positive points for this show is the art style, dark theme, and mature content. The downgrades of this season is the arc of season 3 not being well handled. With that being said, I'm Mysterious Wrecker and this has been a nostalgic retrospective. I gotta work on my next video, which trust me is going to be good. Until then, peace out.